opening.
recording that.
She has bugs.
Bugs.
Not bugs.
Bugs Bunny. You're really worried about that bug bite.
It's bad.
The more you mess with it, the worse it's gonna get.
Dude, I had this
Put your drink on it. It's cold.
I had a bug sucker. You know, it looks like a syringe.
Bug sucker.
Like you put it on your bug bite and you're supposed to like suck out.
Wait. A bug sucker?
Yeah, so it like looks like a syringe and you put it on your bug bite and it's supposed to like suck out the like itchiness.
The venom?
Yeah. Okay. Anyway, so I bought these because I saw them on TikToks and I'm like, oh, game
Legit.
changer. And Mike took it and he gave himself hickeys like on his face because he was just fucking playing with it. And he was just freaking playing with it, and like he literally had like these perfectly circled like bruises, and it looked like hickeys all over. What's happening?
It's getting worse.
Oh no!
Look at that welt.
Well, she's been picking and pinching at it for the last 3
I
minutes.
haven't been pitching or
I've been
picking.
watching you.
I've been touching. I've just been touching it because I
So
didn't know if I
welcome
was
to
tweaking.
Lounge Time.
With Gavin with the gaggle, I'm Ashley.
I'm Tyler.
Now I'm Beth.
And she's got bugs.
Bugs!
Bug bites.
No lice, just bugs.
No head bugs.
No bed bugs.
Body bugs. I just learned something new. Beach fleas, sand fleas. Mm-hmm. That sounds terrible.
What are you looking for? Oh,
Nothing.
yeah. Did you get the bug bite in Sioux City or at the baseball games?
I just noticed it sitting right here.
What baseball games?
I went to my little brother's baseball games.
Sorry, do you want to be able to focus on what you're looking for and I can talk?
Yeah.
Okay.
How was your week, Ashley?
So this last weekend,
Audio listeners, she picked up the mic and put the mic back down. She's desperately looking for the remote.
can I talk, Tyler?
Get it. I'm just giving a play-by-play to the audio-only listeners.
The video watchers are gonna have quite the show. So anyway, Mike and I, like a while back, were like, oh, we're gonna go back and visit his family.
Pause. Cut to commercial. We interrupt this episode of Gabbing with the Gaggle to bring you information on one of our sponsors, Ashley Ray Makes Things. At ashleyRayMakesThings.com, there is plenty of awesome teacher merch to be had and to check out. When you get to the website here, you'll notice the first thing is the teacher subscription boxes. This is probably one of the best things to do is sign up for a teacher subscription box and have a package delivered once a month with a new t-shirt, some cool accessories, and just having that surprise you could make your day once a month. If you're interested in supporting the podcast, obviously by listening, you are supporting and we appreciate that, but you can also support by getting some merch. We have some Gabbing with the Gaggle specific teacher merch, or not even teacher merch, just Gabbing with the Gaggle merch. Silly Goose Teacher Club merch there too. Check that out. Ashley also has some amazing t-shirts on here. Tell you what, during the school year, this is basically my wardrobe for every day. And then there are some satin scrunchies, some cotton scrunchie wristlets, plaid. Oh, you can check all this stuff out. A braided lanyard. I'm just scrolling here, but if you are interested in anything you see here, please jump on ashleyRayMakesThings.com and you can see the stuff for yourself. Here you can see some chain lanyards that Ashley's been working on, and I could go on and on. But again, ashleyRayMakesThings.com. Thank you for checking out the show, and please check out the website here. Great commercial, and we're back.
Ashley, you were telling us about your week.
With
Yeah.
Mike.
So we went back to North Platte because I was so pumped because
Nebraska.
middle school Ashley claimed she was married to Luke Bryan. Like, I used to refer to him as my husband. And so I was super pumped because he was supposed to have a concert. And we're like, heck yeah, let's go back. And then I could work on the mural I'm painting in their room.
The family's room.
Yeah, the
Not
family's
Luke Bryan's room.
That would be cool. And so, like, a couple days before, I get an email. Oh, it was when we were at training, actually.
Last week.
Yeah. And it said Luke Bryan, like, was sick, couldn't perform, so Eric Church was going to fill in. And I'm like, all right, whatever. Like,
I've seen Eric Church.
yeah. And Mike's brother was supposed to be coming back. And so we're like, yeah, like, we'll just still go. Find out that night, after the window to get your refund back, that Mike's brother wasn't going to come back. And so it's just Mike and I, and we're like, all right, well, whatever, we'll still go. So we go to the concert, and we get there during Ashley Cook's set, and then there's an hour delay of lightning. And we're like, all right, we'll hang out. We had a funnel cake, whatever. Ooh. Eric Church finally comes out, and it's only Eric Church. Because it was last minute, his band couldn't come, anything.
So, acoustic set?
Yeah. And so, like, the first 30 minutes was just him doing, like, the main part of, like, Sweet Caroline and, like, all these random songs. And everyone's just looking around at each other like, what is happening? And so then Mike and I just, like, left after, like, he played a couple of songs. And I'm like, he's not even playing any of the songs that we actually know. And so, yeah, that was our concert experience. It was definitely unique, but, yeah, not...
That blows.
Not top 10.
Bad.
Yeah. Especially, like, when you pay for Luke Bryan, and then you get very weird acoustic set from Eric Church.
Is it Luke Bryan or Luke Bryant?
Brian.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm asking because I genuinely didn't know. I think I always said Bryant.
Yeah, no.
Okay.
Brian.
I saw Luke Bryan in concert in Sioux Falls once. It's pretty fire.
I know. I want to see him. I saw this TikTok that was like, no one has more fun at a Luke Bryan concert than Luke Bryan. And I'm like, that shit looks so legit. Like, I want to go. So we're looking to maybe go to a different one. But I also have Tate McRae in October. But
Yeah, Tate McRae.
dude, I almost...
Legs for days.
Dude, for real. Mike saw tickets to her concert in Minneapolis really cheap on Facebook Marketplace. Like, someone was trying to sell them. But I have training that day. And it's like a training I can't really miss. But it's life. I'm still going in October.
That's life.
So, how about you guys?
Well, hold on. So, overall, the trip to North Platte. I mean, that was the concert.
Mm-hmm. Oh, the rest of it
Kinda
was
blows.
fine. Yeah. We went mini golfing at the, like, shout out Cody go-karts.
Are they fast?
Yeah.
Nice.
And so then they have a mini golf course there, and Mike, like, worked there all through high school and a little bit of college during the summers. But the, like, original owners of it, he started building this mini golf course in, like, 1992.
I was too.
Ooh.
Yeah. I wasn't even born yet. And
Shut up, Beth.
they just finished it, so it was really cool. It's like a mine.
33 years in the making.
Yeah, and there's like a little mine cave that you walk through and stuff. So that was really fun.
Is this at a business or like some dude in his yard?
Yeah, it's called Cody Go Kart.
Oh,
like,
okay.
Park. They have like 2 go-kart tracks, but then they have bumper boats and this
they
mini
squirt?
golf course. The bumper boats do.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So you get to ride around and...
Yeah, I don't know. We've never done them.
Oh, I've done a version of bumper boats, and just hosing people down is a lot of fun.
But when we were
That's
leaving,
what he said.
Oh!
that's why I got so weird.
What? Dude, how else do you want me to ask about the bumper boats? I'm off frame. Hi! I've been off frame the whole time, haven't I?
No, I don't think so.
I think just when you got back and comfy.
I was chilling.
But when we were leaving the mini golf, then Bailey Zimmerman, I don't know, he was a headliner the second day.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was at Cody Park, like riding the go-karts
No
around.
way.
Yeah.
Did Ashley race Cody Zimmerman?
Bailey
Zimmerman.
Zimmerman.
And no, I did not. But I did
Okay.
get farther on the Universal mural. Insert picture here. I can send you a picture of it if you want.
So
Okay,
totally
here's the picture.
random.
Look at it. That looks good. That looks really good.
Wow, Ashley, look at the progress you made.
Uh-huh.
That's
Insert
incredible.
reference photo. All right.
So random, but I think, if I'm not mistaken, Bailey Zimmerman's drummer is the one that is from Sioux City.
Oh.
Grew up in Sioux City because I met his dad at a bar once. Shocker. But yeah, we run into each other and he's like, yeah, have you ever heard of my son? He's touring with Bailey Zimmerman, because then Bailey Zimmerman and Morgan Wallen just came out with a song.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, he was the headliner like that Saturday night or whatever.
That's cool. I didn't
yeah.
know that.
Yeah.
Damn.
Oh, Max Miller.
Yeah, Max Miller drums.
Shout out Max.
Sioux City native, moved to Nashville and met Zimmerman, eventually becoming his drummer.
Yeah.
Instagram, at Max Miller Drums.
There's some Sioux City history for you.
Mm-hmm.
History in the making.
But yeah, so if you go to North Platte ever, Cody Go-Karts is really cool. That's about the main thing to do there. But yeah.
It's Nebraska.
And then we brought back some weight equipment to keep working on the home gym. And I got the cement geese from Mike's grandpa.
Yeah.
And yeah.
That's going to be cool.
That sounds like a really fun weekend.
Yeah.
How many days were you gone?
We left Thursday and came back Sunday.
Okay. So you're still in the post-trip, like, recovery phase?
Yeah, our house looks like a bomb went off in it. Yeah, but that's okay.
Yeah. You were gone for a while too, Beth, huh?
I was. We left Wednesday right after we got done with training. My little brother met me here in Sioux City. And then we traveled up to Kansas City, Missouri.
Down.
Over.
No. North is up, south is down.
Reference globe.
Reference map.
Probably doesn't even have Nebraska. Oh, wait, Iowa and Kansas.
St. Louis.
Oh, in Missouri. You were in Missouri.
Up to Sioux Falls, down. Okay. Anyway.
We drove to Kansas
There you
City,
go.
Missouri. Yep. Wednesday night. And then he played a game Thursday morning of baseball.
Your brother.
My little brother,
Let's have his name.
Isaac.
Shout out
Isaac.
Isaac.
Shout out Isaac.
Dog.
Got that dog in him.
Woof.
Oh boy.
But they made it to like the final round.
They did.
Wait.
Yeah.
Isaac and his team or another brother and Isaac?
Isaac and his team. My other two brothers were out that also play baseball. Were out in
Name drop.
Wyoming playing. Noah and Caleb.
Shout out
Noah.
Noah and Caleb.
Out in that Wyoming state.
Yep. So then Isaac
They got
and
that
I.
coyote in them.
Oh.
Quiet coyote. Quiet coyote.
Beth is gonna kill us.
Yeah.
Okay, so Isaac, not Cody, I'm saying coyote. Noah, Isaac,
Caleb.
and Caleb
Yep.
all played baseball. You were in Kansas City with Isaac.
Yep.
While Noah and Caleb were in...
Wyoming.
Where in Wyoming?
I don't know.
Probably Cheyenne. That's the only city I know.
Casper. Sundance, I lived there. Okay.
So anyways,
Isaac and I went to an art museum on Thursday.
A little bro sis hangout time.
Yep. And the art museum was right in like our little favorite area that we always walk through, the plaza. So then we went to PF Chang's afterwards, made us reservations and everything. They have these amazing lettuce wraps. And
ooh, I love lettuce wraps.
Yeah, and I got a cherry blossom martini. Oh, fire.
I have a martini.
Yeah, that's how I felt drinking it too.
Fire.
After that,
Did you take your meds today?
What are meds?
2025, no meds.
Yes, I did. Fire. You guys are so pent up, like quiet, calm. I feel like I gotta, like, break through the wall.
You literally like said that so intense the goose wiggled.
Scared mother. All right, so then on Friday, we had...
So Thursday you get there. Wednesday night you get there. Thursday's like a chill hangout, see the sights day.
Yes,
Okay.
after the first baseball game.
Oh, so he played Thursday.
Yeah, he played every day.
Win on Thursday? Played a game.
I don't remember.
Okay.
I know they lost once. I feel like he might have lost his first one and then one on Friday morning when he played.
Okay.
And then after that one on Friday, we had to drive an hour to get back to our different hotel because they played in another town. So we drove an hour, checked into that hotel, and then decided that we wanted to go to the Dodgers-Royals game in KC. So that's another hour drive back into the city. So we dropped our stuff.
Did you get a hot dog?
No, we didn't get a hot dog, actually. I got a lot of beer. But the beer themselves were like $13 or $14. So
I had a corn dog.
oh, you did get a corn dog.
Meat Twinkie.
Meat Twinkie.
Meat Twinkie.
Okay, anyway.
So we went to the baseball game on Friday night, and that was so fun because Owatani was pitching, or was playing. He didn't pitch at our game.
Big sports girly.
He's the one that just signed like the $80 million contract with the Dodgers.
I think it's more than 80 million.
I think it might be too, and it's a lot.
They make a lot of money.
They just signed him, but he batted at this game, and the Royals actually pitched him out one of the times.
Ooh.
So that was fun. I like struck him out. Yeah. I had a great time. It was so much fucking fun.
10 years, 700 million.
Yeah, and I said 80. Poor guy.
If you're raising children,
underestimate it.
boys, teach them to be baseball players.
Mm-hmm.
Money, money, money.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun. And I'd never been to a professional sports game at all. That was my first time. Shout out my mom for paying for it from Wyoming. Yeah. Then he had 2 more games on Saturday, and he won those. So then we had to scramble and find another hotel room because no one was thinking that they would make it to Sunday.
And celebrate with Mexican food.
Yeah. We got brisket, and I needed a margarita, so we got guacamole,
One
churros,
margarita, but
and a margarita. Yep.
I just learned that song like a year ago.
Luke Bryan also has a margarita song, but I didn't get to hear it.
One margarita.
Yeah, stop there.
2 margarita.
3 margarita.
3 margarita
I was trying
shot.
to think. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the one I was thinking.
It's a Luke Bryan song, not
Yeah.
the one you're thinking of.
No, but I'm trying to get the Luke Bryan one. I don't think it's margarita.
Yeah, it is.
Is it? Oh, I'm thinking of a song, Jose Cuervo.
Oh, yeah. 3 rounds of Jose.
Lost
Cuervo.
count and started counting
Yeah.
again. Yeah.
Different, but yes.
So full of driving, hoteling, sightseeing, baseballing.
Yep, all within 4 or 5 days. And then we all got a hotel room Saturday night, woke up Sunday morning, and all the games were canceled because of rain.
The championship game.
Yep, championship game.
Lame. Sorry, Isaac, bro. That sucks. How did Noah and Caleb do?
I don't really know for sure. I did not watch their games as closely. I try, but it's harder because you have to watch it on the phone. You can either watch the live stream with no volume and like have to watch really close, or you have to watch the like animated one with a robot voice.
Oh, Game Changer?
Yeah, which is also really hard for me to listen to.
Dude, I just think it's
Single.
funny. Like, I don't know. I feel like in talking to you, I never would guess, like, oh, supportive big sister. And then, like, anytime we're hanging out, you're like, oh, they just scored. And it's just, like, so cool that you're, like, just watching all the time.
Brothers,
like,
if you don't know this, like, big fan.
Big
fan.
sports
Big
girl.
fan. Big fan.
Big.
The biggest fan.
Well, I did think about it these past couple years. My mom just kind of drugged them along to every cheer and gymnastics event that I had because they were the younger siblings, and I've heard you talk about that a lot. So I'm like, you know,
Perspective.
I can be supportive of them in their endeavors because they don't have any siblings that have to get drugged along to their shit. So sometimes it really is just 1 or 2 people, and I always had like a group of 7 or 8 family members at my stuff. So
well, it's crazy. Like, I never, like, I mean, my parents my dad works for himself, and my mom had a really nice work where, like, they were always super available to let her, like, leave. And so they never missed sporting events. And then, like, I see, like, kids now where, like, they don't have parents that can show up and stuff. And it's just, like, I really took that for granted.
yeah, I definitely got lucky with my entire family being able to come to my things.
Literally every intro.
Burping again.
Yeah, but that was my 4 or 5 day endeavor with my little brother. A little independent trip too, because it was the first time that him and I traveled without any parents. I was in charge of him, and none of us got hurt. We made it through.
How old is he?
He's 17,
Oh, okay.
so he is pretty functional.
Dude, I was just dead
Shout
at
out
the
functional.
Snapchats of like washing laundry. Like whatever. I'm like, dude, yeah, being
Yeah.
a parent, like
That was some of the
Pretty
worst
crazy.
part, is when he made the championship game. I'm like, shit, you don't have any clean clothes. Shut. You don't have any clean clothes, huh? And so then we had to do his laundry at the hotel, and of
How did
course
we-
I did it
yeah.
while he showered.
how'd we do so good not cussing during the episode? Now this has been like 12 beeps later.
What episode? We haven't done an episode yet.
Nope, I mean.
No, after this, stay tuned. Stay tuned. Stick tuned.
Stick to the wall.
We,
Stick it to the
right
man.
there.
we do have a great interview coming up with two awesome third grade teachers.
Stick it
Yeah.
to him.
Stick it to the man.
What'd you do, Tyler?
I'm trying to remember. Have I talked on here about my trip?
Yes.
Yeah.
I think on the other intro we recorded. Yeah, because you just gotten back when we recorded that intro.
Yes. Okay. Well, I have nothing fun to follow up.
That's not my fault.
Oh,
I started.
Trying to go on it.
Well, so in making this studio room, I had to get rid of I had to move a big majority of my Star Wars collection, because this whole wall here was action figures and Legos and all sorts of stuff. So I had kind of just thrown that all around the basement. So Friday, we emptied out our storeroom, and I built a bunch of shelves over the weekend, created more storage, big stuff up, kind of purging some stuff. Didn't do much. I hate heat. I hate humidity. I would rather it be 20 below than this freaking 100% humidity, 95 degree baloney. I hate it.
yeah, we've had a lot of heat lately.
So,
I kind of love the heat, I will say. Sometimes I really am not in a mood or like mindset to handle it, but I love just sweating the shit out of my body.
I start sweating and shirt comes off and I'm like in front of a fan. I hate it. Like beached whale, like cool me off.
Dude,
So-
I just hate the humidity because then it's so dewy in the mornings, and then Grimmy goes out and he's just soaked for like the whole rest of the day.
I went full dad mode this morning though. Had to take my car into the shop, and so I set my alarm for 6:45. Woke up at 5:45 because why I sleep in. Got up, I got a cup of coffee, and I was like, I didn't want to make noise in the house because everybody's still sleeping. So I went outside, walked around the garden with my coffee in hand. Checked out the garden. I walked down the street and around the corner, checked out my backyard to like see if I needed weed whacking, and it was like cool. And as soon as the sun came up, though, started baking. I'm like, I'm out. Yes.
Have you talked about your new rock adventures? Or do you want to talk about your new rock adventures?
The rock or the
new mold.
mold? Yeah. So
Oh, I guess, yeah, not a rock.
I do have the rock collection going, but I halted that. I don't know, a month ago ordered
Pause.
halt. A month ago.
No more rocks.
New hyperfixation loading.
A month ago, I ordered this little goose mold, and ordered on Amazon, and somehow Amazon's 2-day shipping turned into, yeah, we hear you.
I don't know why I wanted to do that.
Turned into a month-long shipping, but I finally got this little goose mold, and it's just this little rubber mold. And I went to Hobby Lobby and found a bag of like this plaster, and I was just like, let's see what happens. Dude, this little mold and this plaster turns out some amazing detail. And so I literally made like 9 geese, little geese. They stand about yay tall if you're
You
listening.
have your own gaggle.
I do have a gaggle. And literally I go out and I have the recipe measured, how many things of the plaster to water. I stir it up, I pour it in the mold, and it takes about 45 minutes for the mold to set. So I would go do something in the house, pause at about an hour, go out, pop it out, mix up another one real quick, pour it in, go do something. And I mean, I was cranking those things out like 3 or 4 a day.
That's crazy. I need to paint the ones you gave me, but they are in fact still at school.
Yeah. And I need to be a little more careful or figure out a way, because the little beaks get a little chipped. So like they have stub noses instead of pointed noses.
I wonder if you let them set a little longer or no.
No. It's just the mold goes down and around and tucks. And
What
so
if you had like a toothpick to give it some structure? Because like the big geese have rebar in them.
I want to do some stuff with the big geese.
I want to do some things with those geese.
Please just snip that for me.
You need to get them patched up so we can make some big geese molds, because I think there'd be people that would want to buy a big goose.
I know. I need to get some Crete to fill in the
I have Crete.
We have a lot of Crete.
A lot of Crete. A lot of plaster.
I need to borrow some Crete then.
Take some Crete.
Okay.
Got a whole bag and a half.
I don't know where it's going
Open.
in the car. Maybe my best feet, but
So no, I've just been doing that on and off. Daughter had a softball game. I'm the game changer dad. So like Beth was talking about listening to it.
that's like stats.
Yeah.
Okay.
But like when they get a hit, you have to like drag where they hit it to. And then if they take the base, and I'm getting pretty good at it. I like it. Makes me lock into the game.
They let us know, if it's like, if they score on error or if someone messes up, whatever. Yeah.
Yep. And last night was kind of cool. So Sergeant Bluff is getting a brand new baseball and softball field. They're almost done. They won't be ready for this season, but they will next. And then they're going to demolish the current fields.
Demolish them.
So last night they did a special thing. All the softball girls, there's 4 different teams in that age group, plus another age group. They got to play their games on the old field for one time.
Cool.
So like a lot of them had moms that played high school at Sergeant Bluff. So now they can say that they got to play on the old field their moms played on. So we played on the big field. And the high school girls ran the scoreboard. This is the first time they had a scoreboard, and they announced when they were up to hit.
Oh,
That's
that's
awesome.
fun.
Yeah. So
That'd be a fun game to go to.
Yeah, and then it was a lot of people, because it was like people that had a game coming up, and then like people who stayed after their game to watch the other ones. So it was a lot of fun.
Best.
Yeah. That's about it. I mowed my lawn twice.
Always. Yeah, I was gonna say you're always mowing your lawn.
Yeah, I hit a big rock, and I think I bent my blade because I mowed yesterday, and looking at my lawn, there's like a streak for every path. I think it's like bent in.
That sucks.
Yeah. So when everybody sees this, it'll be after, but what do you guys have planned for the 4th of July? We'll finish on that.
I'm dog sitting, and my dogs get major anxiety with fireworks, so I actually will just be hanging out at home with hopefully sleepy puppies and music and movies blaring in the house.
Cool. Are you going out of town again?
No. My family is all gonna be up here, like both my siblings and their significant others.
Tyler and
Sarah.
Sarah?
Yeah, Sarah's actually gonna be probably home by the time I get home.
Sweet.
Because her husband's out of town.
Does she watch the pod?
I don't think so.
Sarah, like and subscribe.
I can make her do that at least.
So by the time this comes out, you'll be liked and subscribed, and you'll get a notification. Ping, episode 6.
Yeah, but I get to hang out with her children, but the baby scares me a little bit just because they're breakable.
They're more
Yeah.
stronger, durable than you think.
Yeah. And the other one is just funny because she's just like so mature. She's more mature than me. Like the one time.
Well, sorry.
The
Beth,
one
that was your-
time she like was talking to my brother and he's like, "Oh, I heard you hit somebody at school." She goes, "No, I smacked her." It's like, all right, way to be so precise.
Let's get that fact in there.
But yeah, and then Mike's brother's coming up and is gonna maybe look at Beth's car. And then
Is it still going put?
Yeah, I got really scared to call my stepdad because I just didn't want a negative reaction with his stress and everything. But I think another family member may have let it slip because I got called last night and he goes, "So what's going on with your car?" I'm like, "Ooh." Woo! But it actually went so well. And I was honest with him. I said I have people here that said they'd look at it, so then I at least have information. But either way, I think he's just going to come get it and tow it back or put it in a trailer. Mm-hmm. It's really bad.
Dad moment.
Yeah. Oh, you're giving me a warning. All right.
You got to keep him in the loop from the get-go.
I know.
My stepdaughter, my daughter, Allie, I don't think she watches this, brought me her car one time. And was like, it's been like squealing and screeching, and I don't know what's up. I'm like, how long has it been doing this? Couple months. Bro, I took it apart. Her brake pads were gone, and she let it go so long that the metal, they're called the calipers, I think, that squeeze onto to stop it, were metal on metal. And I didn't only have to replace the brake pads, I had to replace the whole disc on 3 of the 4 tires. And number 1, money. Number 2, safety. Like, no brake pads. Like, metal on metal.
All gas, no brakes.
The screeching was literally metal. And I was like, if you would have just told me when it first happened. She was like, I didn't want you to freak out.
But I do keep him, because he does everything with our cars, like even our oil changes. So he does everything, knows about everything, because he knew about the little room that it was making when I would gas it. But he told me it was fine. That was all normal. And so it just started making this bulldozer noise, like,
and
what, 2
not
weeks?
going above 25?
Okay, and this happened, like, within the last week. And then he's just the type of person that when I do tell him car things, he panics and is like, well, she's so far from us, or like so far from home.
Valid.
Who's gonna help her? She's stuck without a car. Like,
he's in Sioux Falls, right?
Yeah, and so I think it's just all his stresses and anxieties about it hit him, and so normally it's not the best reaction. But he handled it so well, which makes me think that everyone gave him a warning that I just didn't want to talk to him, because he was totally calm. He's like, "Oh, all right, well, yeah, let me know what they say if they come look at it. I'll try to get a trailer and we'll come pick it up." I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
Thanks, Chiller. That was awesome.
I did drive all the way up to Vermilion when Allie was in college, because she's like, my battery's dead. I drove up there with my tools. She was at class, ripped her battery out, went and got a new battery, put it in, left. I'm like, yeah.
Yeah, there was one Saturday he showed up and
Go
fixed my
Dads.
car outside the football field.
You know?
I have to be really bad.
Urinate. Anyway.
It
Commercial
could turn into
break.
Your most traumatizing story again.
I'll run a commercial.
Okay.
Well, that could just be the end of the intro.
She's the only one that shared her plans.
Nuh-uh, I shared mine.
I didn't share mine.
Okay.
Hurry up.
And we're back. She did not go potty.
Hey, Tyler, what are you doing for the 4th?
So Bronson does a huge 4th of July
yeah.
weekend. Is the 4th Thursday?
Mm-hmm. Today's the 1st.
2nd, 3rd, 4th. Yeah, so Thursday they do.
No.
Yeah.
Today
Isn't
is
it
Tuesday.
Oh, geez. So Friday's the 4th.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, because I have craft fair 5th and 6th.
Okay, so this is like the perfect weekend for Bronson in reverse, because they'll start Friday. I think there's like something going on.
Parade?
Yes, Friday morning parade. That's a fun parade. It's literally like 2 blocks. They go up a block, over, and down a block. But it's like mostly emergency vehicles and tractors. Lots of candy. And then there's the thing in the park. And
I didn't know my foot was on it.
then there's the thing in the park for the afternoon for kiddos. And then there's Saturday is like a mud volleyball tournament all day long. Softball tournament. And I think there's a street dance one of the days. Yeah. We just go to the fireworks. We don't do any of the extra. Well, we do the parade. But
Candy.
Yeah. We get like a huge bag of candy, eat like 10 pieces of it, and then forget about it for a year and throw it away.
What?
Yeah.
I love candy.
I want candy.
That
That sounds like a fun time.
Yeah.
I forgot that Bronson did
You guys
fun
come out
stuff.
for the parade.
Oh, yeah, maybe I'll see if Sarah wants to take KP. I mean, her child. I feel like I probably shouldn't say her kid's name.
KP, Kim Possible.
Yeah.
Kimmy.
Kimmy.
Little Kimmy.
Little Kimmy. That can be her nickname.
Kimmy Gibbler?
Like our intro.
Yeah.
Let us know in the comments what you thought of the intro last week.
Yeah, and so what will be cutting into here is a interview with Kate Garibay and Liliana
Yeah.
Inostros.
Oh, yeah.
We could just say Lily.
Yeah.
Lily. They
Liliana is crazy.
get the
Full
formal
government name.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We get into what it's like to be a Spanish teacher. We talk some sports. I talk some sports with Kate.
For 20 minutes.
The rest of us sit here awkwardly looking at each other.
But it was good, and it's
Yeah.
the first time that a guest has brought us
Yeah.
stuff. What was that called? A waffle.
Maple waffle sandwich. I can't believe you've never had that before.
I can't believe they make that. Maple waffle sandwich and a caramel palooza.
Caramelicious.
Caramelicious.
You put on the headphones and you forget to talk? What's happening?
The Palooza.
But it was good anyway. So please stick around. That episode's coming up. We have a lot of things happening in July.
Yeah, it's a busy month. A lot
Yeah.
of people.
Busy month.
A lot of chatting.
All right. Bye.
What?
Enjoy the episode.
Subscribe, like, comment.
Yeah.
Bye.
See you at
Jazzy
the end.
hands.
I have to be so.
Honk.
That's my partner every time, like staying on the same timeline and everything.
I would have anxiety over if my partner got changed.
Yeah.
Like if I got into a groove with one person and like something happened, I'd be like, oh no, like what if I don't get along?
They
Like,
switch partner teachers around
Constantly.
quite a bit. Yeah.
I've never had the past 3 years that I had a partner. I always had a different partner every year.
wow.
Yeah.
I guess it's good that I like all the teachers in our building because
Yeah.
there's none that
Yeah.
like stand out to me that I'm like, oh no, never.
Right.
Sorry, I'm a very fidgety body today.
No, you're good. No, I think that's so unique. Like I walked in to like Kate, I walked into your room and like not being, I did download Babbel. It's like the Rosetta Stone, or what did you call it?
Duolingo.
Duolingo. I'm taking daily Spanish lessons on my phone.
He did it in front of us
Yeah,
today.
and I've got a 10 out of 10 on my daily review. It was about like introducing yourself, or no, help me out.
Greetings.
Like the difference in
Yeah.
asking if somebody is, but like the formal way and the informal way, like tú and
Usted.
usted, and like the usted is formal. I was like
What'd
blown
you
away.
learn?
That usted is the formal way and tú is the informal way.
I meant like a phrase. Did you learn a phrase?
Introduce yourself, but in Spanish.
Yeah.
Oh, but I know that one.
Well,
but-
say
Do it
it.
for the pod.
You know that
You
one.
know it. Uh-huh.
Is it yo?
Okay.
No,
Me.
me. What's me mean?
Like my.
Oh.
Are you trying to say my name?
My name is
Me llamo.
Me llamo Tyler. Yeah.
We basically said that.
Yeah, thanks guys. Thanks for the answer. I know like the ¿Cómo estás? Bien. ¿Y tú?
How are you?
Yeah.
Bien.
Yeah.
Oh.
How are you?
Yeah.
How you just said y tú, that's like when you're talking to people you know.
Oh,
But
okay.
if you say y usted, that's more formal.
Oh.
Yeah, one time I said to my grandma, she's like, how are you in Spanish? And I'm like, bien, y tú? My mom got so mad at me. She's like, that's your grandma. You need to say usted.
Wow.
So ever since then, I just, like older people, I
Yeah.
feel like it's more common to say usted.
Oh my God, I could never picture your mom mad.
Really? That's crazy.
I don't think I've ever seen her mad.
Yeah, you probably have.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, that was. It did say like in like formal setting or to like elders using
Yeah.
usted.
Mm-hmm.
That was. I don't know, just like a. I don't know. It's just not like a one-to-one translation of words. Like there's a whole
Yeah,
different.
right.
Well, like the sentence structure, I feel like is so
Yes.
different too.
So, I was a sign language interpreter.
You know sign language?
Yeah. And the structure of sign is much more like the structure of Spanish than English. So like the example that was given to me was like in English, we will describe something forever and then at the very end tell you what it is. Where like in sign, it's time. So like in English you say, I'm going to go to the store tomorrow. In sign, you would sign tomorrow, store I go. And so it flips the subject and everything.
Like Yoda?
Yeah. Tomorrow, store. Yeah. So like, and then just like I was saying, it's not a one-to-one. Well, so there's two different types. more than 2 different types. I better not get that wrong. Renee would kill me. I did ASL, which is not signing exact English. Signing exact English is called C, S-E-E. That is 1-to-1. Like, I am going horseback riding.
That's such a random sentence.
But like in ASL, you would say, I, horse, will. Yeah.
Right.
This is horse. Well, you got to classify it. This is
what's
horse. This becomes your horse. This becomes your person. And they're riding.
I love that.
Oh.
It's ASL is conceptual,
Yeah.
and C is all about word structure.
Well, yeah, because like Mike and I have learned a little bit just because he likes to be able to talk in front of people, but that's okay. That's life. But yeah, I didn't know.
Mm-hmm.
I
So-
like
Sign language
crab
when I was
and
homeschooled.
lobster.
I don't remember any though.
You'd probably, if you work on that topic, that would work.
Mm-hmm.
But if you were just like randomly were like this,
That's what
you would have to like
it says.
crab, C-R-A-B.
That's so fast.
So we're getting way off.
Yeah.
Sorry.
All right.
But I do have to share this. They taught us like as you learn finger spelling, it's less about catching each letter. It's more about watching the hand transformation and seeing the shapes it makes. Because you have low letters like A, N, T, and you have tall letters like R,
B.
B, C.
Okay. Anyway.
Okay.
Yeah. Sorry.
Yeah.
Moving on. Really
Yeah.
sidetracked there.
So no, but the structure. Yes. So I'm on day 3 of my lessons with Babbel.
That's great.
I have a month and a half.
Day 3.
The kids in my class always, they love it because I'll like try to talk Spanish, especially my 5th grade group. They would say things in Spanish. I'd be like, yep. And they'd be like, ah. Or like, I knew they were trying to get me. And I'd be like, no. And they're like, what? I'm like, nope. Or I'd quick like Google Translate. I had a couple of them really questioning, oh, he does know Spanish. Like he knows what we're saying. And I was like, yeah, no, I'm sorry. I'm on a roll. Mr. Raphael, he is hilarious. One time he was talking to me.
One of our paras.
Yes. He was talking to me, and then we did something, and then he started talking to me, and in Spanish. And he just, like, got going. And I was like, probably 5-6 seconds, I go, oh, he goes, oh, sorry. I was like, it's okay. It's okay. Yeah.
Alrighty.
Shall you summon it?
Yep. Fairy bell ringer. And I can't read it.
Okay, so we'll start class today with our bell ringer. I like this one. Beth came up with this one, and before the recording conversation leads well into this about sports.
Okay.
If you could attend one sporting event in the world, what would it be?
And so we do our bell ringers. If you haven't watched before, everybody gets a report card. We are shifting it a little bit because when we have multiple people, we talk way too long.
We're basically cutting ourselves off and letting you guys have more of the time.
And I think so you'll get called to share your answer, and then everyone will grade it. Oh, I get to call on people. Cool.
Or Beth, she hasn't done it yet.
Oh, well, Beth can call people.
Oh, goody.
What was I gonna say? Oh, so we're gonna start grading though. I think just on an A through F scale.
Not Mr. Whitlock's scale.
Yeah, because I got just way too sidetracked. So
I
give
liked it,
like-
Whitlock.
What was it?
He said there was
Yeah.
no scale. Like
Yeah.
you could.
So some we did numbers, some we did like a smiley
Oh,
chart.
sure.
I did colors of the rainbow.
Escalated quickly.
Yeah.
So yeah, we'll do it. I think when you share your answer, you can explain a little bit of it, and then we'll share everybody will go through, share your grades, and if someone gives like a super crazy grade, we can always talk about it. But
I always thought it'd be fun to do the grade in one word
let's
to
do that
describe
then.
to describe your thoughts on their choice.
Okay.
Okay, we can
So
try that.
the grade and one word.
Okay.
All right.
Oh, did they get markers? Oh,
Yep.
Yes.
I need one.
Yeah, it was so close to my face.
Alrighty.
I love it.
It's so weird. Wait,
First up-
did you guys have teachers that shook?
The
Popsicle sticks?
like to answer questions.
Yes. Yeah.
I'm the odd one.
You were
Okay.
homeschooled.
Only in high school.
As Ashley, you're up first.
Oh boy.
Oh, that's a first.
I know. If I could go to one sporting event, honestly, I feel like this is really random, but I think it would be cool if I could go back in time and go to the Coliseum when it was the Coliseum. You know,
And watch,
What
like-
would that be?
like a Coliseum event,
Like
gladiators.
death,
Yeah.
the emperor.
I don't know why we're acting surprised by
Yeah, I know.
this answer.
Roman times, gladiator, the Colosseum.
Yeah. We also just watched Gladiator 2 not that long ago, so maybe that's where I'm at, but...
Can I get another marker? This one's like,
yeah.
doesn't work at all.
A quick
That was so
1 out of 10 review of Gladiator 2.
I would say like a 5-6.
Oh, that's low.
Not terrible, but not great.
Number 1 was great.
Yeah.
All right, who wants to share their grade
I will.
first? Okay.
B plus.
Okay.
Because before you said you watched Gladiator, it immediately brought me back to
One
Gladiator.
word.
Great.
Yeah.
Thanks.
B plus for the content.
Okay.
I put B. My word would be Y.
Share more.
I put B also.
Okay.
I am different.
Okay, yeah, I'll take it. I feel like I'm just not really super into any like modern day sports. So there's nothing that I'd like really,
Says the
like,
college
have to go
basketball
to. Yeah.
player.
Yeah.
College basketball star.
Star. No.
Up next. Guess number 1.
Me?
Mm-hmm. You are number 1.
Does it have to be like specific? Can it?
It can
Yes,
be.
it can be as broad or specific.
I would say a Texas football game against Oklahoma, their rival.
Ooh, okay.
That would be good.
Oh, here's this.
Scooters.
Are you using scooters now?
Scooters. Beth has the scooters hookups. Don't
Yeah,
you?
Beth used to work at Scooters.
You should sell like the drinks in the lounge.
That's not a bad idea.
Yeah, that's true.
A minus. Historic.
I say A. On track. Like it makes sense.
Hyphenated.
Yeah, on dash track.
Well, mine's hyphenated. Historical matchup.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
I just did B. I don't know why. Fun.
I said A. I don't even know. I don't know what to say.
Because A.
Yeah. A
Quality.
for effort.
Yeah.
Okay. Wow.
Oh, that's my cue.
Cue it.
Oh, me. I was actually thinking some Summer Olympic Games.
Ooh. That's a really
Okay, hold on. What event?
No, she can just pick the whole thing. I picked the whole Coliseum.
You did.
Well, but that's the same event.
Nuh-uh, they filled it with water and had boats in it.
Okay, summer event. Are you gonna go watch track and field? Or are you gonna watch?
Gymnastics.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome.
I mean, there's a lot of random things you could have picked.
Breakdancing.
Wait, summer or winter Olympics?
Winter would be better.
Specifically gymnastics.
No.
Simone Biles?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's cool. I said A plus.
Okay.
And my one word, if it was just gymnastics, was gonna be fan flip-and-tastic.
Wow.
That was perfect. Yep, I'm glad I said gymnastics then. That's all I needed to hear.
I give it an A, and my word is talking about gymnastics.
Yep, specifically gymnastics.
Dominating. USA.
I did A plus. My word is iconic.
Ooh, I like that word.
I also did A plus. Strong.
Yeah, great choice, Beth.
It really came to my head immediately when I gave the question today. So I'm not gonna lie, I was ready.
While you draw another one, I have to say, like, those gymnasts are freak athletes. Like,
It's insane.
Tyler. Yeah, what's the question again?
yeah. I have two in my head.
You have to pick one.
I know.
Oh my.
Can it be something that happened?
Sure. I did time travel. You can time travel too.
I would have loved to gone to a World Cup game when it was in with the Bubuzuelas. Brazil, down in Brazil.
Wait.
I think you're right.
Was it Brazil or South Africa?
South Africa.
South Africa.
Yeah, because then after that they banned the
Yeah,
Bubuzuelas.
because they were so annoying.
It was like a buzzing the entire match, but that looked like
Another
an
one?
amazing place to be.
Dry now.
Oh.
Watch that one be worse.
Soccer matches outside of the U.S.
Perfect.
look amazing. Like the fans don't ever
Oh,
stop.
that's great.
No.
Like that would be so awesome.
No, right now with the Club World Cup.
Mm-hmm.
I give it a B. Yeah, B.
All you can be.
A, agreeable.
Ah.
I said A plus because that's when South Africa World Cup is when Shakira came out with her song.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
I said B plus. I'm gonna say boring.
Oh.
Boom.
Wow.
Just like soccer. I like
Yeah.
that's the only time I'll
Yeah.
watch. But like soccer, to me in general, I'm like,
I'm kind of in that same boat. It's like, yeah,
Go
like
back
I
on that Texas grade.
BB it, but like
Men's soccer, I have a harder time watching.
the only soccer I've watched is in Ted Lasso.
I just feel like the men's game is a lot more like 1v1s, and it's good. But I like the team play. Watching women, I don't know. Yeah.
you
And
guys
plus,
seen She's the
USA
Man?
women's are way more dominating. What's that?
Have you guys seen She's the Man?
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
oh my gosh,
I
that
love
was
that movie.
Love it. Iconic in my childhood. All right.
Childhood.
Kate, you're up.
I wanted to say World Cup too. I just don't know what game. Because it's coming up in next year.
Yeah,
Next year it'll be here.
because we just had Olympics last year, so it's 2 years.
Yeah. And then the Olympics will be in 2028 in Los Angeles. But honestly, just one sporting event, not the World Cup. I would choose track and field mixed 4x100.
Okay.
that's so specific.
That is very specific.
It's very entertaining to watch like girls versus boys and then how they all come back around.
Original. You get an A.
I said A plus. Think it's fun to watch.
You're messing up the circle flow.
Oh, I give it an A plus. Specifically amazing, hyphenated.
I give it an A. Yeah, good job. I like that choice.
Did either of you run track? Did you run track at all?
I hated running in circles.
Same.
I tried. I was terrible.
Didn't you do hurdles?
And then I did hurdles, and then I think I fell during practice once, and I'm like, yeah, this is not for me.
We should add a hurdle into our floating or inflatables race.
Oh, for next year?
That would be awesome.
You guys should all be geese.
We next door is our storage room, and we just packed it up. And my wife's like, "Next year, here's where your inflatable costumes are. Don't forget them again." I was like, "All right."
That's hilarious.
Yeah.
Yeah, Laura.
I need some competition out
I know you beat your group so bad. I think I said to you, I'm like, you should just walked in backwards.
I was gonna, but then those circle rings, I'm like, I'm kind of scared.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
That was
they're like, you were
that was so
sprinting. I'm
funny.
like, I was jogging.
the kids were talking as you guys were getting ready, and they're like, "Who do you think's gonna win?" I'm like, Miss Garibay, look at her. Like, her costume's not a super insane one. And she's going to beat everybody. And I think they picked, like, the favorite costume. I think they picked the double dog. I'm like, it looks cool, but do you really think they're going to be able to maneuver? Yeah.
She kept telling us, "Yeah, don't fall, don't fall."
I ended
She
up
fell.
falling. It was those ring circles on the ground that got me.
I got a lot of
That's
videos of that.
Yeah.
We should post the video,
Yeah.
edit it
I was
in here.
literally just thinking that we should post
Cut to video,
Yeah.
and we're back.
A picture of that.
All right. That was a good quality bell ringer.
Yeah, good job, Beth.
Yeah.
You should come up with them more often. I like it.
I'll try.
She's like, I can't give too much effort, and they're going to know. Should we get into the topic? And
Yeah.
like we said, we don't stick tightly to the topic. Or can I insert one of my things now?
I don't care.
Okay.
I'm not the boss.
This actually goes really well with the bell ringer. We have to pick a date. I have a plan. And I think you two 100% should be involved. A teacher combine. So, you know, like the NFL combine or other sports where they go and they perform different things. A teacher combine where we get like 10 teachers and we have a bunch of different events. And they all relate to being a teacher, but also a little bit of like, well, the one that comes to mind, and I don't give too much away because when we do it, but like have 5 different sets of papers. The fastest to like put them 1 through 5 and staple 10 packets is the winner. You know, something like that.
But then graded also on like quality.
Quality, like,
Yeah.
yeah, where is the staple at in the left corner? Like, I think that would be.
I feel like what we could also do if we wanted to get like whole school involved, which I don't know if that would be feasible time wise, but like you could do each grade level team, the SPED team, ESL team,
Yeah.
entitled
good.
team, because they're all kind of rough.
Is that fair? I mean, nothing about anybody, but you could be stuck. I have no grade level in my mind, but you could be
Wow.
stuck with a pretty dragging down team.
And what team are you thinking about when you say that, though?
I'm
You're
The
going to be our
resource team.
anchor?
You have 2 former athletes.
You're not. Or SPED.
Yeah.
No, I wasn't talking about us, but I'm thinking not teams, just individuals.
Well, yeah, I know.
Like track or wrestling, you know, it's just spotlight's on you. You got to perform.
Oh boy.
You don't have a team to bail you out.
I like it.
And I think, and so we here in Bronson, we have a park, and we can rent out the shelter building. We can do things inside and outside, and like have lunch and like video it all, because then it'd be a vlog for the channel.
Yeah, I like it.
Would it be like our 3rd grade team? Like Lily's the expert stapler, so she's gonna do that event.
Oh, I kind of like that.
That's what
That's
I
what I
was
was
saying.
thinking.
You didn't explain it.
That's what we were kind of
Not like one
thinking.
person do everything.
Yeah, I like that actually better.
That's why she said doing it in the grade level teams.
Running to the bathroom in less than 2 minutes.
Yeah.
There is a bathroom across the bridge. Yes.
Wait, what?
So
You
at
do
that
it over here?
down at the park,
I
there's
thought it was at school.
See, I don't know if we can record at school.
I think we'd have to talk to admin to
Yeah.
see.
Because that would be fun.
Like, as long as it's not on contract time,
Yeah.
I think we're
Mm-hmm.
fine to do what we need to do. Or it could be
Yeah.
team building for the PD days.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
That'd
Yeah,
be
like
fun.
those summer ones.
Yeah.
Well, not summer, but
So we got to come up with a date
Yes.
and put it out, like a couple dates, put it out there, see when people can come, because that would be
Yeah.
so much fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. That's what I would need to
Go
tag on.
across the monkey bars and back.
Oh, that would be awesome. Oh,
It's on the
it's like
slide.
a bunch of obstacles, like navigating the halls during lunchtime or
Yeah.
morning
Yeah.
time. The morning time is hard to get around the hall sometime.
Dude.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then when they have the wet shoes and I don't put my
Yeah.
shoes on and I gotta walk in the hallway and the socks.
You just got to be like me and wheel around in your chair.
Yeah.
All right,
Yeah.
Moving on.
moving on.
So we just put our topic today as our Spanish subject, and then just teaching in a dual language school, which we kind of touched on before we started in our bell ringer. But yeah, do you guys see any specific like challenges or like things that you really, really like about teaching in English or Spanish, or like any notes that you have on that?
I really like the how we all have to talk to each other. It's not like have to, but the friendships that are made
Yeah.
because we all talk to each other, all share our ideas.
I feel like our team, we do really good at collaborating and planning. And like, it's just nice because the Spanish teachers sometimes get together to plan, and the English teachers. For me this year, first time doing English, and benchmark, we had those phonics lessons. That was so hard for me.
Yeah, because we just got a new curriculum
Yeah.
all across the district.
And Luis used to co-teach with me, or he co-taught with me last year. And there was just so many rules. I'd look at him and he'd be like, I'm like, what? I'm like, go ahead. You go ahead. Take over for me.
You
for
got
a
it, you got
second."
it.
And I'm like learning too. I'm like, wow.
Yeah, reading is so hard in English.
Yeah.
Like, and I say a lot of things weird. Or, like, my husband at least tells me I do. But, like, even, like, bag. Like, I went to the store and put my groceries in a bag. But then you, like, sound it out like, b-a-g. But I say bag.
Right,
like,
right.
And just things like that. Like in
Milk.
English. No, I'm not going to say it.
Do you do it wrong too?
Yeah, I think so.
My wife does it. She calls it milk.
Like,
Elk.
I'm going to have a glass of milk.
But she'll say milk.
That's
Milk.
how I say it.
It's an I.
That sounded
Milk.
right, didn't it?
No, she'll say ilk, milk.
Oh,
Instead of
Bagel is the one
ilk.
that Mike says I say wrong.
Bagel?
Bagel.
Bagel?
bagel.
Bagel, 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 bagel.
Yeah, I think. Anyway, yeah, but
That
English
was-
is weird.
Yeah, I was gonna say that was one thing that I learned this year a lot more of teaching reading. I'm like, oh wow, there are a lot of rules that I definitely forgot about,
Right.
and or did not know the meaning of why we did one thing or made one sound in
Yeah.
words, and yeah, that's been a learning curve.
I think also the rules of like in English, you say that adjective first to describe something. Like
Yeah.
the purple card. In Spanish, it's the opposite. You say the noun first and then the adjective. So when I would like teach the kids that, some of them would still write in the English form in Spanish, you know, and it's like, oh, gotta flip those. But yeah.
That would be tough.
Do you guys see a lot like kids will do really good in reading in English versus Spanish, or like vice versa, and like in math and writing? Like, do you guys see a big difference, or do a lot of your kids like perform at the same level in both languages?
I think it's harder for me to tell because I don't grade the English portion.
Right.
But I do know some kids put more effort in the language that they feel more comfortable with.
Yeah, I agree. I think like my class last year overall, they would complain when writing was in English. They were just more comfortable speaking and writing in Spanish. Especially the benchmark tests too that were online. Those were brutal. But yeah, I agree. It's whatever language they're more comfortable in.
Which makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have a unique perspective of like just teaching in English, and like we talk about how the rules in English are so weird, the vowel rules, and that's what a lot of our kids struggle with is the vowel rules. And I'm like, I get why you struggle. They're weird. Like OO can say multiple things. It just
Yeah.
depends on
Well, and it's like for every rule, there's also like 12 exceptions to the rule.
like READ,
Yeah, read or read.
read or read. There's another one, right? There's 3 words.
There's there, and there.
There, and there. Yeah.
Sun and sun.
READ is read, read. We already said that.
And in Spanish, there's like none of that. It's just
Literally.
syllables.
And it's just like most words, like granted, I only did like Spanish in high school, but like you can sound out. Like you look at it and it's a sound out word.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm thinking read, and read. Verbally saying them.
Oh, like RED.
RED, READ, and READ. Yeah. Sorry, I knew there was 3. Yeah, it's a weird deal. English.
Yep. Yeah, it is.
I don't mind teaching English. I like the math, which is nice because Beth doesn't like math.
Dude, reading is
Math is
so
so scary.
hard.
Yeah.
The thing that got me with reading this year was just having a lot of kids at like this CVC word level. And it was just back to back. All right, now what do these sounds make? And it's just doing that
Dude,
over
my
and over.
favorite is it like map. It's like, no, what? Like, no, say it sounds faster.
That's so funny.
Yeah. We did see, I gotta shout us out a little bit. We did see a lot of growth in all areas with our kiddos this year, and they work hard.
Yeah.
So yeah, I have a question for you guys. When you were coming up through college and like going through your teaching, did you specifically know you wanted to teach at a dual language school or in Spanish, or is it just something that kind of happened?
It just kind of happened. I don't think there's any college that teaches you how to teach in both languages. Yeah, the opportunity came and just took it.
Yeah. For me, I was student teaching and I saw the position posted and I applied. I'm like, you know what, why not? It was the first job I applied to, and then like I think that same day Maria emailed me about an interview, and I'm like, oh, okay. So we set it up, and yeah, I was really nervous though. Like I'm like, how is this going to look? But
Yeah.
I love where I'm at.
Yeah. Miss Delgadillo.
Mm-hmm.
So her and I were in all of our college classes together.
Okay.
And I think she, like, that last year of classes, she kind of knew she wanted to teach in Spanish or in a majority Spanish-speaking school, because I remember her talking about it. And she might have mentioned dual language at the time. I didn't have any idea what that meant, but...
I didn't even know it was a thing, honestly, until I student taught at Irving.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I grew up in South Sioux, which is a really, like, bilingual community.
Mm-hmm.
And so, like, going to Irving, I was like, wow, this kind of, like, feels like home, where, like, a lot of schools in our area weren't that same, like, social makeup.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I was explaining to my mom just today about our school, and I'm like, you walk down the hall, and you're probably more likely to walk in here, like, a Spanish conversation than you are English, or, like, 50-50, and, and I love it. And, like, especially going to, like, IEP meetings, we have a lot of... I only did 2 that weren't, but in Spanish, and it's fun to like talk and then listen to Mr. Ricky translate it. And like I caught on so many like key words like lectura and matemáticas or something. Like you just catch on those words and like, oh, I know what he's saying. I mean, I can't tell you what he's saying, but I know what he's saying. And yeah, I love the idea of communicating with the kids in their language, and they like light up. Or I just pull up Google Translate and type a bunch of stuff. I would type up like so and so. It's so mid, and I'd have it automatically read out, and they'd be like, "Oh yeah," and then they would say something back, and I'd have to be like, "Hold on, what did you say?" and type it in. We'd go back and forth.
So
My 4th grade group.
On the note of not knowing what your kids are saying, I had a student, and at home they speak Oromo. Their family's from Ethiopia, and this was my 2nd year having him, and when he'd get like really upset, he'd be telling us like baka baka, and like we just didn't really know because like he makes a lot of sounds. Come to find out this year, like midway through the year at an IEP meeting with Dad, that means like enough, like I'm done, like and so for like 2 years, granted, like he's saying this when he's like climbing the wall and we're trying to tell him not to. It's like, okay, dude, like, enough from you. Like,
Right.
It's just crazy.
Imagine the energy.
Yeah.
In Spanish, it's basta.
Yeah?
Mm-hmm. Like, basta means, like, stop, I've had enough.
Oh my gosh, interesting.
Yeah.
There's a lot of, I wish I could remember it because it's not going to be as impactful, but I remember being in an IEP meeting and the mom of the student was asking a question like, how should I do something and helping them read? And then she like said, because I think it was her son, they have a different dialect that they talk at home.
Mom?
No, it was something really obscure because I Googled it and it's like less than 10,000 people in the world speak this. It's like derived from like,
I was in this meeting with you, and I don't remember what it was called.
Spelled
really weird.
I even like Googled it and spoke up in the meeting. I'm like, oh wow, like because I thought that was extremely fascinating. She's like, it's like an Aztec language, I think.
A dialect?
Dialect rooted back to that, unless it's a dying language. Less than 10,000 people know it, and so like her child's learning English, knows Spanish, and is learning this language. That just blows my mind because I'm like, I know the difference between an informal you and a formal you.
Right.
And these kids are like talking to their parents in one dialect, talking to their friends in Spanish, and then coming to school and talking English. And like, there's so much brain power and smarts to do that.
Well, like the Spanglish, I feel like that like goes on in our school. Like people will be talking in English, and then it's like a couple words of Spanish, and then English, and I'm like, how does your brain keep up with that?
Yeah.
Like, yeah, I'm just not wired that way.
No.
I like it teaching because there's certain words I'm like, I can't translate it in my head.
Yes.
And I just say it in English, and the kids just keep going with it.
Yeah, that's
They
awesome.
like they know, and I'm like, thank gosh. 'Cause, like,
Yeah.
it would have took me like another 2-3 minutes trying to figure out the word that I'm trying to say.
Yeah. I think it. Oh,
No,
sorry.
go.
I
Please.
just think it's funny when like we're teaching something and they know what you're saying, but they answer you in their like home language.
Yeah.
You know, like they understand it. They're just
Yeah.
more comfortable answering in their home language. Yeah.
And I think that's like the awesome thing about like our school and like that setup. Like I look at my students who like aren't learning English and Spanish, but they're learning in English but don't always have like the best way to communicate. But once you find that way that kid can share what they know, like who are we to be like, no, actually you have to be able to say it in this way. So I think that's like the real beauty of our school is that they get to do that.
Yeah.
One of the things that we're kind of in the resource world, we're kind of going, I don't want to say going away from, but questioning and changing is like 1 minute fluency passages. And like there's a place for them, obviously, but I feel like it's an unfair thing to students who like, if English is their second, third, or even like fourth language, to be like, okay, now I know you can read in English, but I want you to do it as fast as you can. It's like, that's not really fair. Like, and then at that point, it's like, do you even understand what you're reading? Because she's going on to middle school, but 5th grade girl, she would literally be like, and I'm like, no. And so we're like, okay, hold on. Let's go back and like either find what the root of their problem is in reading, or at the very least, like check some comprehension and not just be like speed read English words and hope you get them right. Indians, I have a question. Indian, like, and I don't know if it's just they're not there yet with English, or if it's like something with Spanish. Like the ed ending gets left off a lot in reading, and I don't know if that's like because you guys don't in Spanish, does it have a past tense, present tense kind of way of doing it, or is that just a reading error?
We're just saying past and present tense words.
So like, give me a word.
Like I scooted my chair.
Yeah, like I scoot my chair. Yeah, like
I don't think scooted.
but I know what you're trying to. But
yeah,
like
I'm trying to add the ed. I can't think of
Like
one that
skated,
has ed.
like skated, like
Yeah.
I skated. I skate.
Skating.
Yeah, instead of
I skate.
Yeah, I mean, like,
Yeah, there
in
is
present,
ending.
it's odd. It ends in odd, like.
Yeah, it just depends on the ending of the root word.
Okay.
Like,
So, like
jugar, jugando, jugué.
Jugar means I'm playing. Or
Like, you're going to play.
Yeah, I'm
Voy
going
a
to
jugar,
play.
I'm going to play.
estoy jugando. I am
Present.
playing. And
Jugué is just I
I
played.
played.
So what dawned on me right now is you guys are saying that. I kind of got it. I could not repeat that back to you. That's got to be similar to me being like, skate. Skated is past tense, and skating is going like.
Yeah.
It's also
sure.
I feel like adding the like ed onto the end of the word is not as different as like the endings that go on in Spanish.
Yeah. Yeah, and I think part of it too is like just their reading level. Like they're getting the word, and now it's the endings, the suffixes.
Yeah.
Yeah, prefix, suffix, and yeah.
Wow, we're so good at teaching reading.
Yeah. Let's do math. Yeah, because I don't know, but yeah, like that dawned on me. Like it's so easy to be like, ed guys, past tense. Well, if you guys said to me like what the word, I'd be like, yeah, easy, sure.
For sure, makes so much sense.
Yeah, that's funny.
My first year, when they told me like the kids had to do the words per minute, and there was like 100 and something at the end of the year, I'm like, this is crazy.
Yeah.
It was, and they would just go also. But I'm like, they're not even understanding what they're reading. They're like trained to just zoom through the passage.
Yep.
Yes.
So I'm so glad we got rid of that.
Yeah, we moved a long ways away from that. And then, like, we had to meet with, because we feed to all the different middle schools, we had 3 different meetings with one with East, one with West, one with North, and about our kids that are going there. And I think it was East. I said, hey, I have some IEPs coming up for some 5th graders at the end of May. So they'll basically be IEPs that you guys have to deal with up there. What do you like for goals? And her exact words were, we don't care how fast they read. We just want them to know what they're reading. And I was like, awesome. Thanks for saying that.
Yeah.
Like, we can concentrate on that. Or like we've talked about, if you have a phonics deficit, like you don't know how to blend vowel team words, making you read fast over and over again is not going to fix that deficit. Like we should go away from that and focus on words with that skill. And we have our administrators, we've talked to them. They're awesome. They're like, yeah, we like that. Like, let's fix the problems. And, we have new coaches coming in next year.
Okay.
No, we're talking about reading.
Yeah, but we have new sped coaches.
But it related to reading. And they're teaching us a whole new reading curriculum.
Oh, so how does that work?
So, benchmark, you guys all talk about benchmark.
Yeah.
Me and Kate will just talk here then. You can laugh away. I've never seen benchmark. I have no idea what that is.
It's
It's
awful.
terrible.
See, like, I don't
I
think
mean,
they
it's so great. Thanks,
And we didn't even
District.
have to use it.
Not sponsored, but should be.
like us resource teachers, we don't use benchmark at all. As a matter of fact, like we came in last year being all new, and we just looked at all this different curriculum. We're like,
Well, that was the rest of the school except for 3rd grade.
really?
Third and a little bit of.
Did you guys pilot 3rd grade today? Pilot?
Yeah.
That's why 3rd grade got split up. All the 3rd grade teachers did. So they had like a person in each grade that would teach them. So like Lily stayed in 3rd, and she kind of like taught us, hey, this is what you do here. This is how we plan.
That makes sense,
my
like
goodness.
building wise. But man, that would suck to have to just then move to like a whole new grade level.
Yeah.
So who was 3rd grade last year? That wasn't, or
Um,
2 years ago.
Steinhoff, but he left. Torres, who's now in 1st.
Oh yeah.
Lemus.
Oh.
And
5th grade pilot.
Mr. Lilly.
Oh.
Wait, no.
No, but
No,
he was
no,
3rd
no.
when we started though.
Sorry. It was just Torres, Steinhoff, Luis, and I. We were
Okay.
just 4 sections.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
I like benchmark.
Do you?
Don't come after me. Yeah.
I just don't like it because like I have so many different grade levels in my room, so like trying to get like it is so structured and formatted, it's just hard to get through that with all my kids.
I think the writing is the hardest though, for me.
Yeah. I liked the first lesson. It was very well structured, and then after that it was just like, boom, give them a computer. They have to research by themselves.
Yeah.
When they don't know. We haven't taught them how to like look at credible sources,
Right.
not just like,
And that's like
click
a
the first
lesson.
one.
They're like, they need to go on the internet and go on websites and see if it's like a good one. And then we were like,
we've
we
never
don't want
taught
to
that
do
before.
that.
Yeah.
So I think we just had ChatGPT create some articles for us.
We just
Yeah.
gave them
And
to-
we printed them and gave it to the kids because we didn't want them going on their computer on all these different websites.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, and I think like too, like with it being such a new curriculum, it'll be stuff like that. Like as you guys get more familiar with it, and like myself too, but like you can figure out those kinks because like I would go through the pre-made PowerPoints or whatever and like just cut parts out of it. And
Miss
stuff.
B.
Oh, that was so loud. I'm like, no way, that was mine.
Well, and then I guess they're going to be the same, but like only 5th grade's getting. You are so extra.
I don't.
Sorry,
I got the
audio
busy
only listeners, but
bodies
Ashley just
today.
kicked the microphone.
I really have the busy body today. So
But only 5th grade students are getting computers this year,
Yeah. Or
Everybody
we
else-
might get iPads.
and everybody else is getting
Yeah,
iPads with
iPads.
keyboards.
I thought it was just the 3rd though. I thought
Yeah,
4th.
I thought every
thought fourth.
year, like, I don't know.
last we heard
Maria just told
yeah.
us that they're doing a whole rollout. Only 5th grade will have computers.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
That's gonna be a long learning curve because I'm like I know how to fix your computer. Control
Yes.
delete.
Yes.
Yeah.
How
Right.
do I fix the iPad?
Right. Turn it off. Turn it on. I went in one time. I'm sorry, but Jackson was fixing a kid's computer by putting a
goes
nail in it and banging it on the desk. I think the kid had his like headphone jack stuck and he was like trying to bop it out. I was like, "What are you doing?" He's like, "Trying to fix it."
That's hilarious.
Yeah. Yeah. No, it'll be interesting. Just having tablets now.
I think we get one too.
Yeah.
So you
I
can
wish we
have the
got Apple
classroom
Pen.
screen thing.
Yeah.
We can't what?
They want you to be able to like lock their iPad screen.
Yeah, you'll have access to do that. So if you want them to only be in
Like iReady.
iReady, you can lock their thing to only be in iReady.
But you
You'll be
can
able to
kind of
see.
do that now on like guided assist on an iPad.
So
Yeah.
I taught at South Sioux for half a year. And there they have a district-wide system. I think it's called like Guardian or something.
Oh,
So
Go Guardian.
Go Guardian. I loved that.
I did too when I student taught.
Yeah.
It was you could just see each other.
You can see what they're on.
That's basically how.
And you
it
can take
was
it
on- is
over.
on the iPad.
And it would be so great. Kid would be in the back doing something. Just take over his computer and be like,
Yeah.
"What are you supposed to be working on?"
That's hilarious.
Yeah. Or like just lock them into certain websites. Yeah.
When I was student teaching, that was my teacher's favorite thing. She's like, "Come here, look at this!" Like the first time I brought out the iPads, and she would just sit there and lock their screen and see what everyone's doing.
Kids doing the thing they're supposed to do, still lock them out. Gotcha.
Oops, wrong button.
Yeah. My bad. I'm sometimes my own worst. Like, I'll get tired of like just not having fun, and I'll get the kids all riled up, and I'll be like, "All right, sorry." I just like having
A
fun.
little brain break.
Yeah. Yep.
All right, on to the next thing.
Oh, we have a list. I haven't even been following the list.
No, I just want to get it onto a different topic.
I like the first cross.
What?
The first bullet point.
Yeah, the favorite or most traumatic school story. As a student or teacher, right? We leave that open.
I mean, I guess, sure. Yeah.
Or not. You
No,
can
that's fine.
correct me.
No, I don't know. I just write it up there.
Okay. Hey, lean, be a little close, friends. Lean into the middle a little bit.
Well, I'm just gonna kick the microphone again.
We're going to get lapel mics soon.
What? Like Britney Spears? Oh.
No, that's like,
Please get Britney Spears.
that would be
out.
fun. Pretty
We
much.
walk around Sioux City with those mics.
Oh, my
Always pod ready or what? Why you got
Yeah.
it on? You need me to talk?
Okay, I do want to sometime do what people who aren't in education like want to know about education
Mhm.
as a topic. But we
You guys should get like the mini microphones
Yeah,
and
that's
go
the
around.
lapel ones.
Huh?
That's what he was talking
The
about.
lapel ones, yeah.
Yeah, you go to like Walmart and just
Yeah.
and that you
A
guys
microphone
can
in someone's
create a
face.
topic off- I
You
think
Hey.
should come to a craft fair and just sit in my little hut. You can have a little table.
Jabba the Hutt.
Yeah. Oh my god. Okay. So anyway, what is your favorite or most traumatic school story? It can be either as a student or as a teacher.
Why'd you guys all look at me?
I'm looking at either of you.
I didn't know if you wanted to go
Yeah.
first. I'm
Oh.
like,
Do you
Cool.
need a second to kind of think one?
Well, my first year,
Ooh, first year teaching stories.
I was just, I don't know. We were just my class. We were doing our work. It was like in the springtime, and I had a little girl, come up to me, and she's like, "Hey, I'm bleeding." Like, do you know how they pick at their nails all
Yeah.
the time?
Mm-hmm.
She's bleeding. I turn around in my desk, open my drawer to get a Band-Aid. What do I see there? Like, you know how when you pull out a drawer, there's like those sides thing,
Yeah, yeah.
and just on there like this was a snake.
Oh!
Oh
No way!
So I open the drawer. I like open it and I see that, and I look at her. She looks at me. We're like, so I push it back in, and it like, I pushed it hard, so it went boom and it came back out.
Oh!
So then all the other kids, they're like, wait, why'd you do that? Like,
And
it
then
was
you have to
loud.
be the adult.
No, I am not being the adult
I'm
there.
like, I'm sweating.
No.
And then all the kids get up because the little girl's like, a snake. So all the kids are like, where? And then you have kids running around, kids screaming. And I'm like, so I I think I pushed the emergency button.
Yeah.
And Ceci's like, yes, what do you need? I'm like, there's a snake in my room. She's like, a what? I'm like, a snake. And she's like, oh, okay. She's like, I'll send Doug and Mr. Ricky down there. 2 guys.
Yes. I love that.
So my kids had extra recess.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, we're going to take a lap.
Yeah. Take a minute.
On the note of scary animals in classrooms, last summer I went into my room to go, like, move my stuff, get ready, whatever. Luckily, I took Janice with me.
Her mom.
My mom.
Hi, Janice. We've shouted you out every episode.
Yeah, she listens. Don't worry. And I'm, like, in there, and I'm like, this smells like a dead mouse. So I'm freaking out because, like, I hate mice. And so I'm, like, being so cautious, moving things around. I move a rolly cart around, or, like, out. A dead bird was just, like, on its back under this rolly cart. And in the summer, we, like, sprint down to the office.
She has no idea.
What?
He played the womp womp. So.
Dead bird.
So rude. But I ran down the office when Maria was there, luckily. And she just all calls over the whole school. Can a janitor please go to room 135? There's a dead bird to be taken care of.
Oh my gosh.
Yuck.
Yeah.
Nasty.
I have a extreme fear of
imagine.
snakes. Like, I would have jumped up, ran to the door and be like, this is not a drill, everybody out! And been the first one out.
The first one out. All the others.
Yeah.
Save yourselves.
Like, how are you supposed to be the adult in that situation? Like,
Yeah.
no.
That was my first year too, and I'm like,
Yeah.
First year
That
teaching
is insane.
is insane.
A snake
Snakes
in
are
your classroom, though?
In your desk.
Oh my god, no.
Mm-mm.
after that, I would come in every morning and be like, open every single drawer.
Dude, for real.
I was like kitty corners with Gendra too.
Yeah.
Oh.
So like our wall space, like my cupboards are on this side wall and her cupboards are there.
Oh, yeah.
So every morning she'd just go through everything too.
Oh, man.
Oh, my Lanta. I would never open it again. I think
Garlic
I would
salt.
avoid it for like a whole month.
Garlic salt.
Mm-hmm. Supposedly
As what?
a snake repellent.
Garlic salt.
They don't.
Yeah.
Why does your
Well, you're
room
making
smell like an
the salt.
Italian restaurant?
You put the salt around your room for the ghosts, then go around with the garlic salt for the snakes.
Yeah. No, apparently they don't like the slithering on it and the scent of it. Yeah, because they smell with their tongue. I just watched a MythBusters episode yesterday about snakes. Yeah.
Thank God.
Yeah.
All right. Well, yeah, that would be traumatizing.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Mine was my second year. I had a student in special education, and she would take medicine to just have her focus. And one day I could just tell she was off of it. And she started she grabbed her, I used to have tables in my old classroom, and she would grab a pair of scissors and just to the other students.
Oh.
So, and one time, and she would grab paper and like try to go to their, go to their necks.
Oh my God.
And I had to clear out. I did not know what to do. I've
Yeah.
never dealt with something like that.
Yeah.
So I called admin real quick. I'm like, hey,
Help.
I need someone to come
Yeah.
get her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Scary.
Yeah.
What grade was that? What grade were you teaching then?
Third. A bit like 2 years ago.
Oh, that's wild.
Yeah.
I think I remember that same student in 5th grade graduation. I just turned and I see her, huge pile of grass on her hair.
Yeah, that was.
She like yanked it all and she
Yes.
was just.
It was 5th grade graduation. We were on the hill. I had her sit next to me, off her medication again, throwing all the grass she can on her head. And then I called Mr. Ricky, and he was kind of like on one side and Dr. Dima was on the other, because she saw them and she would get up and
Yeah.
try to like. And I'm
Come
like,
get
"Oh,
me."
Yeah.
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 Dude, kids are wild.
Yeah, they are.
I'm not gonna lie though. 5th grade graduation this year, I sat on the hill and pulled a bunch of grass,
He did. He ripped out so much grass in his feet.
and then I realized there was ants all over me, so I had to stand up.
Oh my God.
It was so hot.
It was. I did not make it the whole time.
Our students were ready.
It was brutal. Well, I had a kid do 5th grade graduation this year, and I think by the end of it, she had eaten like over a whole bag of Skittles. Like
It was like her incentive to stay up there.
We just trying to get her to stay so she could get her certificate. And then, of course, she's like part of the last class. I'm like, no, this is so terrible. But the pair that was up with her be like, well, do you want to go back to Missy's room? She'd be like, no. And like look at me really mean and then like stand again.
She's like, I'm getting a bunch of candy.
Yeah.
That's funny.
There was one 4th grade student that was the highlight for me. He sat up on the hill. He kind of isolated himself a little bit, and there was music playing, and he was just going to town dancing, and I was like, yeah, let's get it. And,
It was when the like cheerleaders came out too.
Yeah.
And, like, yeah, there was little performances, and oh my god, he was getting into it, shaking his hips at the top. He was not looking
he's sitting
away.
down, shaking his hips.
It was
Yeah.
so cute.
I love those. I kind of, you don't kill me. I kind of miss school a little bit.
Like being a student?
No.
Oh.
Like, I think I miss the routine more.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
some days I wake up and I'm like, what is life?
There's too many choices to do in
know.
the summer.
Yeah. And like, I'm living in like a constant state of like mild anxiety of like, I need to get things done. And then I'm like, but what do I need to get done?
And why
Yeah.
do I need to get it done when I have like
Yeah.
2 or 3 weeks to get it done?
Yes.
Like I could do it any other day
Right.
too.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we're down to our last month, or our only month, our only full month of
Yep.
summer.
Yeah.
Yeah. The only nice thing is we get to go a little bit into August, like almost 3 weeks.
Yeah,
Was it
we
last
had
year?
Fly training for a week
What?
What?
in August.
What week?
I don't know.
I think
Look
in-service
at,
starts,
where's
like,
your
the
guys'
19th, right?
calendars?
Yeah.
You're our calendar.
Oh my god, I feel like a parent. We have these people at this time.
We
I've been really bad the past couple days. I've texted twice asking Ashley, hey, just wondering for sure, do we need to be there tomorrow? Do we have, what time is podcast?
And then Tyler's like, who do we have or something? I'm like, oh my god, I am the mom.
We set it up on our school calendars, but then I don't have it on my phone anymore because I ran out of storage a couple months ago. So
Yeah.
I deleted
Oh,
the school
no.
app.
for those that watch every episode, she's still out of storage.
Actually, I just went through and deleted all my pictures,
She has
all
TikTok
my apps.
back.
Yeah. I'm in
TikTok.
progress.
You deleted TikTok?
Yeah, for self-care stuff
could
a year
never.
ago. I deleted Instagram, TikTok, Twitter. So I only had Facebook and Snapchat.
Wow. I wish I
Wow.
could do that.
Yeah, I could not.
I
It was very nice.
was thinking about this yesterday. I want to get rid of this phone so bad.
Oh, you're the reason we're green.
You're the reason
Yeah.
the texts are green.
Always.
Oh, yeah,
embarrassing.
my bad. Not Apple. But my anxiety is I could get rid of this, but everybody else in the world is connected and like
You have FOMO.
I do. Like I want to be able to be reachable, reach people, and like if we could all just agree to put them away. Like I don't know how I know I'm much older than like Beth, but like I remember days when my like my
Yeah.
Just
well,
Beth.
Just
she's
say
24.
Call all the other ones older.
I'm 26.
I'm
thought you were
26.
I'm 25.
Okay, I'm
You're
older.
older than all of us.
Well, I know I'm older than all of you, but like I remember the days of like my parents not having cell phones, and they'd be like, "Hey, I'm going to Walmart." I would look up in the phone book, Walmart number, call Walmart, and be like, "Can you page Joe, my mom, Joanne?"
No, you did not
It all-
actually do this.
We did this all the time, and they would from customer service at Walmart. Joanne, you have a phone call, and I'd be like, "Mom, what are you bringing for lunch?" Like that's how I got a hold
Wait,
of my
you
mom.
actually did that?
Oh yeah, more than once.
Did your mom want to beat you?
I was a spoiled brat.
Now that
So
now
no.
that you say that, I don't ever hear so and so your parents in the front looking for you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't hear that anymore.
Yeah, because everyone's like, and like, hey, we're gonna. My mom would drop us, me and my friends, and then we'd go meet friends at the mall. Like,
Now you can't do that.
you can't do that. But like, it'd be like we didn't have cell phones,
That's right.
so my mom would be like, "You stay at the mall, and I'll be back in 4 hours." And like we would just like hang out. One day we watched 2 movies at the movie theater in the same day. Yeah, but like not having cell phones
So excited.
was such a like
It was a time.
it was,
My
and
dad
like
still has a flip phone.
That's awesome.
He calls it his my phone Marty.
I'm already.
Makes sense.
I don't think Marty watches.
Oh.
Oh,
He might. I'll tell him to watch this one.
watch this one.
He'll be excited because you're on it.
We need to take the bus out.
Yeah.
Yes. Another
Yeah.
party bus before school starts.
Yeah.
Okay, how many times have I sent dates and then
We respond.
You don't need to try
Hey.
to invite everyone. If
The rest of you
part us
sped
can
team,
make it.
where you at? Because literally, you've had like 4 group messages.
I know.
Me and Beth respond, and then
I know.
Yeah.
I've never used the cricket one before. Okay, that one's a little long.
Yeah.
We should do like gabbing with the gaggle party bus.
Okay.
If you've been on the pod, you go out.
Yeah. That'd be
Whitlock, Haley, Woods,
That would be fun.
Lit. Let's do it.
Jackson, Bernice.
Jackson and Bernice.
What's the theme? Well, we all have to wear t-shirts.
Yeah.
Oh, that'd be so fun.
That would
That'd
be
be fun.
fun.
Yeah.
Speaking of, I guess they can share their why and get their t-shirt.
Yeah.
Yeah, those two.
Doo-doo.
Sorry, you
I
guys
think
are at the mercy of me clearing out my extra shirt collection, so the colors are always so random.
But that means not one. There's no
none
two
are
the same.
It's so cute.
Yes.
Oh, I love this brand.
Yes, comfort colors are literally
From
my
Hobby
favorite.
Lobby. Or-
Yeah, I order them, but yeah.
I finally found
Thank you.
the comfort colors at Hobby Lobby. They are literally meshed in the gilding.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I know.
I
I
hate-
like the red and gray.
I hate gilding.
That's cute.
Yeah, thank you.
But so we have to have everybody on, like, share your why or like what you like about teaching or why you keep coming back or
And I feel like it's
something positive.
important to reiterate why we do the why at the end of every episode.
Because Ashley hates it.
Well, hates it when it's like the cheesy, like, oh, it's hard, but remember your why. Because that, in that moment, doesn't feel like,
Yeah,
but
no.
there really is those moments. But like the whole reason, I don't say the reason behind the podcast, but
But,
a big
yeah.
push for the podcast is like there's so much negative around teaching. Like,
There is.
I taught for 2 years and now I'm quitting, and that, and some of those are valid, but we wanted to bring the struggle, yeah, because it is a struggle at times, but like also like the positivity of why we do what we do. So, yeah,
I guess for me, I just can't see myself doing anything else. For a while, social media or like TikToks, I'd see reasons why I quit teaching. I hated that. I hated seeing that. But I mean, every person has a reason why. I think it's just because growing up, I had great teachers. I really did. But there was not, I didn't really have one that stuck out to me. And I just, like, I'd love to be that one day for a student, you know, to remember, oh, Mrs. Inostros, you know? So I guess just making an impact on students' lives.
Yeah, I think when I feel really, really good about what I did with my students is when they come up to you and you're like, now I can do this because you taught me how to do that, and like the smile on their face, and like they're just happy that they actually learned something, because sometimes kids are like, why are we learning this?
Yeah.
But I'm like, they'll come back around, and then they're happy that they did it.
you guys, you've only ever taught at Irving, both of you, right? Same for you guys. So, well, no, taught, I guess. But I think it's really important to point out, like, sorry, I've been, when working in sign language, I mean, I've worked at North High, North Middle, South Sioux City High School, South Sioux City Middle School, one of the elementaries. I've been in Sergeant Bluff School District. So I've like been around other districts, and this isn't to trash on them. But Irving is so, number one, it's unique. Obviously, yeah, because we're the dual language, but like there's so much more to that. Like I took the Irving position I got because somebody said, hey, the principals are great there. Go apply. And they weren't lying. They are. And Maria, she watches all these. She told us.
Yeah, because she's going to rat me out to Gomez.
Yeah. So they really are. But like what I'll being honest, and I've said this before, I took the position as like, I'm going to take it for a year. And then when a position comes open at Sergeant Bluff, because that's where my wife teaches and that's where my daughter goes. When a position comes up at Sergeant Bluff, I'm going to take a position there. I don't know, was it around Christmas time or it was after January? A couple positions came open at Sergeant Bluff. And I texted my wife and was like, hey, what do you think? And I think I talked to one of you guys. Yeah, I think it was. And I remember being like, I don't really want to leave. And it was literally my wife texts back, well, what are you thinking? And I said, I don't want to leave. And like, I am so happy and comfortable at Irving. And where I was going to go with this, compared to those Irving, compared to all the other schools I've been to, there is just like number one, like the respect the kids have is amazing. You know, no matter where you go, you're always going to have those kids that don't respect authority or don't respect anybody. But as a whole, it's so much more. And then the other thing too, like what I learned is the kids there, they just want to know that you're there to help them and that they can trust you. And like when you find that bond with those kids, it's, I don't know, I feel like I have little friends for life after just being there with 1 year. Like my 4th grade boys, I seen them 3 times a day, 30 minutes each time. Like we bonded a lot and they drove me nuts, but I could get to the point where I'm like, guys, you're driving me nuts. You need to leave. Like I could be open and honest with them. And
then they would stay much like you do to back the nut.
Yeah. Or they would, they'd be like, all right, bye, fine. And they'd leave, shut the door. And then like literally 10 seconds later, bye. And they would open the door and shut it again. I'm just like, gosh, I hate to love you, like love to hate you, like that. But that quickly was my realization is like, man, just relationships is the key thing here. And, I don't ever want to assume, but it's like a lot of, not some of these kids have like come over from multiple countries, like Costa Rica and Nicaragua, like the life that they've lived in their 10 years. And what they've seen and had to like adapt to, I could not understand that. And I don't know, I'm on a tangent because I love the kids at that school so much. I do.
Yeah.
And,
they're awesome.
Unfortunately, like I have family members or friends who are like, oh, isn't that like the bad neighborhood and like the poor? I'm like, that's how you're going to label these kids? Like, just because they're.
It's not like necessarily the best part of like town, but like that doesn't,
and I mean,
you don't feel that walking into that building.
No. And kids, in my opinion, kids are kids, and every kid needs loved and like helped and needs somebody to like cheer them on and help them up,
I will say though, at one time at like 6 a.m, there was a lady dancing in our parking lot.
Really?
So like
she was just welcoming the sun.
Yeah. It's a little interesting, but that's okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, real quick, one time I was, I had like a little red wagon and I was putting stuff in there and there was a lady walking by me. She was just cussing at me. She's like, what the F are you, what the fuck? I thought he was gonna put it.
I couldn't find it. All right, what the? Oh, I can add another beep in post.
Okay.
Yeah.
Doesn't add it.
I know.
What the duck?
Yeah, she was yelling at me like why I was looking at her, and I was scared for my life. I'm like, and then she just kept saying, "You think you're better than me?" And I'm like, Maria, like,
help!
I like at her window. I'm like, hello, because I thought she was going to follow me.
Yeah.
But luckily she didn't.
Dude, that's one thing. Sorry, before we get too off topic, but like our office staff and our admin like would have our back any day of the week. Like I've had people block me in if I've had to like leave early or something. And like they're on the intercom or they're going out to like tell the parents right away. Like I wouldn't want to get on their bad side.
No.
One time I had to leave for like a CPR training and I went to Deemer and I was like, hey, I don't have to leave till like 3:15 because it's not till like 3:45. She's like, you need to leave at like 2:45. Beat the traffic. I was like, oh, okay, sweet.
Yeah.
Do you remember early in the year? No, talking about like our admin, there was something going on after school. It was a little guy that you had that left midway through the year. Mm-hmm. And there was like some stuff going on out front of the building and he had an orange traffic cone.
The adult or the kid?
The kid had an orange traffic cone.
Remember that?
No.
And I go to the door.
Literally the size of that cone.
Rosa goes to the door. There was like 5 or 6 of us, and we're like, are they playing? And I opened the door and I heard what they're saying. And I go, nope, they are not playing. And like Deemer and Maria and Ricky and Ceci, they were all out there.
Yeah.
And I went to the little guy that we know and I'm like, what are you doing? Put it down. He's like, literally this cone's like this big and he's got it up over his head.
That's hilarious.
And
I mean, not hilarious, but hilarious.
it was like him and his some siblings and an adult. And like, that was the main thing. I was like, go get away. Like, and the adult was waiting for
the other bus
from Unity, I think. He had his belt off and was threatening the kids with the belt. Because it was like, are they playing? Because it's like a cone and a belt. And like, luckily nothing happened. But I think the kids thought it was hilarious. So they were like buying into it even more. They're like, yeah, come get us with your belt.
Yeah.
It was a bright yellow belt.
Oh my gosh.
Oh,
that reminds me of the fight.
Yeah, she had to break up a fight.
It was, like after school. It was towards the end.
I guess it was right behind me, and I was like, da 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 da.
This year?
Yeah, right in front of there was like two girls. They look like middle school, high school. I'm assuming they came to
on the
pick
bus
someone up, and all of a sudden I just see them fighting behind Kate,
and I'm over here. Bye, bye.
Give me that. See you later.
I'm over there like. Get off!
I turn around and I just see her go. And I'm like,
I was
what
so
happened?
mad. I'm like, at an elementary school, are you kidding me? I was so mad. And then one girl, she's like, I did it. Started.
Way to go! I'll start pausing before mine too.
That's crazy.
You gave him the look. You're like,
Yeah.
I'm like,
Pink button.
yeah.
Oh. At South Sioux, I was only there half a year. I broke up 8 fights
wow.
at the middle school. It was bad. I watched a girl assault the SRO officer. Like, it was bad.
One time when I was in high school at South Sioux, a girl lost like a chunk of her hair in a fight in the hallway.
Girl fights are brutal.
But anyway,
Sophie Cunningham.
Sophie Cunningham.
Do something about it.
Yeah.
I heard she was a black belt.
She is, and she played. She was a kicker, but she played high school football.
I saw that too.
Yeah.
I was like, wow.
Dude,
I'm like, I wouldn't want to mess with her.
at the actual game, after she did that, when they were reviewing it, the whole crowd, Sophie, Sophie, and she was like trying to act normal. She's like,
She's like,
yeah, I did my thing.
Yeah, no one's gonna mess with Caitlin.
No, I know. That's. She needs to get healthy. Do you see? Sorry, we're gonna. The WNBA as a whole, like, you know, like, oh, Caitlin's shot. She's 1 for like 21 from 3. If you look at like Serena, even Kelsey Mitchell, all those girls, they're like shooting 3 of 20, and
they're all in a slump.
They're all slumped. And Kelsey Plum came out and like on Twitter or something. She's like, it's because we're tired.
Yeah.
And they play a brutal schedule. But yeah.
Back to back to back.
Yeah, at least a minimum of like 3 games a week and all over the country. And do you see the expansions they're doing?
Was it Detroit?
Philadelphia.
I can't remember the last one. Maybe Denver?
Yeah, and then next year, Portland and another place are getting. So in 5 years, there'll be 5 new WNBA teams.
I'm going to start throwing things at you.
How do you not love basketball, but you played it like literally more than half your life?
That's a different podcast.
Hey,
but
what's that rule? Okay, I don't understand the rule where you can't be in the paint for longer than 3 seconds.
Yeah.
I don't understand.
Because you can't just like camp out in there. Because otherwise people just like...
Offense or defense?
Offense.
Oh.
Unless you get to the pros. And then
in the WNBA, like against Seattle, they called like 3...
A 3-second violation?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like so 3 of them. And my dad's like, why are they only shooting 1? And I'm like, I have no idea. I don't understand this rule.
I don't know why they'd only shoot 1. It's not a shooting foul, right?
No.
I should know this.
Foul.
Well, it's a offensive turnover.
Yeah, it's a turnover.
But in the pros, defense, I think, has a 5-second rule.
See, that's where I just don't fucking understand professional.
So, well, it's because like in the pros, could you imagine if a pro team like just ran like put a 7-footer in the paint and stood there?
I know, but
Wemby?
I'm just saying, like,
Yeah.
why does the
Wemby just
game
like this.
have to have 1,200 more rules once
so
you
many
become a
rules.
pro?
It's just 1. And they do away with traveling when you get to the pros, so
Yeah, which is stupid.
they let you just run all day.
Basically.
Did you guys see Angel Reese?
So anyway,
Pat-
why we love
me
teaching. Bro, we're already at like
Hey, it's an hour 19.
20. And we're going to record the intro before.
We are the intro. Yeah, sorry. I am a chatter. You guys have been gone too long.
I know, but we can talk about this not recording.
I feel like
WNBA.
the sports is a complete other topic.
Yeah. Start your sports podcast.
I do.
Start your sport.
Coming soon, game talk with the Gander Game Talk.
There you go.
Gander.
Gander, male goose. Quack.
Because Ashley and I will not be a part of that one.
No, not consistently.
Hey, you just spent a whole week at baseball.
I did.
That's a sport.
Yep, I could be on one episode.
Yeah, and I can come talk to you about why I hate pro sports. But anyway, why we love teaching and why we started this podcast does not relate.
Hey,
It all flowed.
Caitlin gave us all free books.
Yes,
that's
education.
Yeah,
Yep.
she did.
I taught my kids what this meant.
That's funny.
So I was like during indoor recess, I would just play Caitlin Clark highlights, and I'm like, guys, whenever she shoots it, you guys just lift your hand and say 3.
3.
No, and then the kids started bringing her, like, one of her students brought her a cereal box with Caitlin Clark on it. and
Those
then
were
a
hard to get for a
Gatorade.
while.
Yeah, they got me a Gatorade. They're
That's
like, here you go.
awesome.
And that student, I also coach her older sister. And I told her older sister, I'm like, hey, she just bought me a box of cereal. She's like, yeah, she told my mom that. It's for whenever you and her get hungry. She's going to snack on that cereal.
That's so funny.
That's awesome. Iowa needs to get a pro team.
Cedar Rapids Lakers.
Well, like a WNBA
Oh,
team. Could
gosh.
you imagine, like, Iowa people travel all over to watch, I guess, Caitlin games. But
Yeah.
if they put a team in Des Moines or Iowa City area,
Why not Sioux City?
why not?
Why
They
not?
should.
We're
need
in the
something.
tri-state.
Yeah.
Like,
Or Omaha. I mean, even Omaha. Like, we need something. Yeah. We could
So
talk all
this
day.
has been Gavin with the Gaggle.
Not game talk. Gander game talk. I think
there was another traumatic incident when
Yeah.
I had a little kid puke.
No.
We were having cupcakes and fruit juice.
Yeah.
Or Capri Suns.
Mhm.
We're over here eating, and I just hear, ugh, and I just see, I have like little tables, right?
Yeah.
Like desks put together. I hear that, and I turn. I didn't know where it came from, and I just see kids go, like they're in their chairs, and they just all go at the same time to get away from it.
Get
and I'm like,
away!
and I just see that one kid's like this.
The projectile vomit is one of my biggest fears.
Yeah.
And he puked all over his cupcake.
Oh.
So again, we went out for more extra recess,
Yeah.
and janitor had to come in. She took the tile off and then put a new one in.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's why they do that. Velcro pulls those up really easy.
Yeah. Don't worry, there's a whole stash in the closet that I have a key to, though.
The carpet pieces.
Yeah. All different colors.
I went in on Sunday. My carpet's being cleaned.
Oh, it is?
Mhm.
It's all done?
Well, there was a humidifier and something in my room.
Oh, wonderful.
My whole room was shifted around.
I half-ass cleaned my room, so
You have what?
half
Bootied.
Way.
Halfway.
cleaned.
I was going to start cleaning, and I'm like, I need something to do these first couple days of the school year. So,
Yeah.
and I got to go through new math curriculum. But that's another story. What?
Nothing. I'm just sitting here.
Sitting. So, is that it?
Are we
Yeah,
gonna
they
wrap it
already
up?
shared their why.
Oh, why?
Why what?
I don't know. I'm just playing around. All right. Well, what's our outro?
Like and subscribe.
Yeah.
All right.
Comment.
Okay, real quick on that. I can see how many people view this that are subscribers.
Is he threatening me?
Yeah, and how many people that view this that aren't subscribers. It's like a 3-to-1 ratio.
Also, our Facebook is probably going to get redone
Yeah,
if you're listening.
but hold on. I'm not done on this topic. 3 to every one of you watch. Awesome. But you're not subscribed. It doesn't cost. It doesn't. Just click the button.
Also, Janice, I think you're signed into my YouTube account, so you're already subscribed.
So, Janice, make a new one.
Well, then just make a new email. She has AOL.
Ashley will be down.
Homestead Tech Support.
Yes, and she'll help you out.
Does your sister watch them?
I don't think so.
I'm gonna make my sister watch it.
Yes.
Hey, Maria can maybe put him on the Hawk Talk.
Oh, Maria, can we send out a summer edition of the Hawk Talk?
Or you could just email them out each week.
I could do
Ask
that.
her for
To
approval.
Irving staff.
Yeah.
And then another favor, if you are subscribed, to kind of drum up the algorithm, unsubscribe and resubscribe. Just click it.
And like and comment.
Comment. Hey, Leopold, Haley, we see you.
I commented once.
You
Yeah.
did.
Did comment.
Thank you for
My
the
mom.
support.
My mom,
Janice comments
Janice,
on Facebook.
Um,
So the Facebook's changing though, Mom.
yeah, look for a new one. Comment your most traumatic school story.
Yeah, and then we can read them. That could be our intro one time.
That would be
That's a
fun.
good idea.
Good idea.
I could put it on an Instagram story, even though we have like 12 followers, but that's okay.
Oh, TikTok.
Yeah.
And also, I want to shout out Lily's TikTok because you do some stuff on TikTok. So I don't know how TikTok handles work. Is it like go like at or how does that work? Or...
Yeah, but I don't know my handle myself. It's like really.
We can put it in the
All your
description.
We'll put it in the
students
description.
are gonna go- No, then all her
And we'll-
students are gonna try and follow
Yeah,
her.
look on like
No students.
Instagram and TikTok.
No kids allowed.
Instagram, TikTok, Facebook.
No, don't go to the Facebook right now though, because I'm changing it.
Oh, the current one we're going to change to...
It's under construction.
It is. What are we're changing the current one to Silly Goose?
No, I think I'm just gonna delete it and make a whole new account.
All right, all 70 friends.
Instagram,
Sorry.
TikTok, and YouTube.
Peace.
Yeah.
Bye.
No.
Bye bye.
We don't say goodbye to like that.
Oh, honk.
Yeah.
Honk.
By the way, my most traumatic event, my 4th grade teacher wouldn't let me go to the bathroom, so I pooped my pants and pooped again. I quickly learned that that was my own bad doing, so.
Please cut that.
Didn't
so we
show
can
her.
turn it into a-
That's what my thought was. I'll show you. So if you're a teacher, do not tell kids no to the bathroom. What the? I did. It was traumatic and it's lived with me.
Talk about a trauma dump.
And then I tried to like take care of it. And then like an hour later, my teacher pulled me aside. She's like, "Did you poop your pants?" And I remember going, "Yeah, because you wouldn't let me go to the bathroom."
For an hour?
I tried to get rid of it. I took scissors in the bathroom and tried to cut my underwear out. It was so bad. I was a dumb 4th grader, but I thought I was sticking it to the man.
Our 4th grader that we do not get along with would do some shit like that to you. Literally.
But I don't say no to bathroom breaks.
Underwear off. Like this.
Because it would have required taking my pants off. And as 4th grader, I'm like, don't take pants off in the bathroom.
What?
Plus, I got to go home
Cut a
early.
hole?
I was going to cut the legs.
So,
Like a pull up or like a knife.
Yeah, the way they unsnap. Yeah. I remember some kids like, something smells like you farted. Yeah. I'm not holding anything back because this is a PSA. Don't make kids sit in their potty.
That was like so out of nowhere.
And then as an adult, I find out I have...
Your best
I'm literally trying to say bye.
As an adult, I find out I have IBS, and like I had to go. I think her name was Miss Hubkey.
calling her out.
I'm calling her out. I don't remember what
I
school.
think you could do a most traumatic school story literally every episode.
Yes.
Yeah.
Stay tuned for the next one. But Mom, you remember you had to pick me up early. It was in Sioux Falls. It was in Sioux Falls. Yeah.
That's iconic. At Ann Sullivan?
Annie Sullivan
Yep.
Elementary. Yep.
Yikes.
So that's the ending.
What the heck?
All right, so we have give us your best goose honk.
Haley and Woods, we did a 1, 2, 3 group honk.
Yeah.
But they were like, what's a honk? And it's like, honk.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like that.
So it's like the hawk
Yeah.
cheer.
1, 2, 3, honk.
But we honk like geese
Yeah.
instead of make a
Oh,
honk noise.
okay.
How do you make a hawk noise?
Honk.
A hawk noise.
Oh,
like-
hawk. Ha!
Yeah.
Don't we do that? What's the hawk? Is
It's
it?
woo.
Oh.
Or whatever.
Yeah, we just
Imagine
do
he's
woo.
I
been
asked
doing
Mar-
a hawk noise this whole time.
I asked Maria if we could turn our mascot into the goose. She's like, no.
Okay,
Absolutely
but
not.
what if we get like, we should ask her how many subscribers to see if we can change our mascot or how many followers or something.
People need to start subscribing.
Okay, you text her and
We had
ask.
235 unique viewers and only 28 subscribers.
235, that's kind of a lot.
Right?
Good job.
Lurkers,
You guys should set a goal for July to get
50.
50 or
That was I put it on Facebook.
yeah.
50
On your
subscribers.
personal.
50 subscribers by the end of July.
I think if you like send a staff email, you'd get them.
We should do that.
Yeah, ask Maria if it's okay. Or just do it.
Maria, text me. Is it okay?
She's
this
not
will be
gonna
on
see
Monday.
This
until-
isn't going to be till Monday.
I know.
And she's probably turned it off when we said bye. Like
No, she
12
said she
hours
watches
ago.
the whole thing because she knew all about Gomez.
That was right away.
That was
though.
right away.
That was the whole
I'm like, I
duration.
need a picture of this guy.
I know, I couldn't find him on socials.
Beth is ready to rock.
Okay.
All right. No, Goose, 1,
1.
2,
2,
3. Honk. Bye-bye.
That was so good.